This, to me, big storyline. This is the biggest story that I think was dishonestly told by the media in general as it pertains to COVID right now. And that is the idea that New York Governor Andrew Cuomo somehow has been the patron saint of the Corona Bros out there. Now, Andrew Cuomo has got two different women who have accused him of sexual harassment, unlike the Senate Judiciary Committee Democrats who said that meant that Brett Kavanaugh was disallowed from ever being a Supreme Court justice. I believe that Andrew Cuomo deserves the right to defend himself. I think that we need due process. We don't need to just automatically hashtag believe all women. And I'm saying that as someone who is being consistent, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. That's the rule that the courts have put in place. It's the rule that should apply here. But facts matter. And at this point in time, as we enter into March of 2021, we now have a full year's worth of data out there about Andrew Cuomo and New York and what has been sold to us as Andrew Cuomo as some sort of COVID hero is in fact a lie, unsupported by any evidence of factual basis whatsoever. In fact, Andrew Cuomo has done the worst job in the United States from a death perspective and one of the worst jobs from an employment perspective. New York, deaths per million of the population, 2,459. Comparing New York with the other big states, Texas is at 1,520. Florida is at 1,437. California is at 1,321. So Texas, Florida, and California, very similar. New York, not so. Question: what has been gained by shutting down the country in any way? The answer is nothing. New York ranks right now as the worst performing. If it were a country, New York would be the highest death rate in the world. Let me repeat that. Not only has Andrew Cuomo done a poor job, if New York were a country right now, it would have the highest rate of death anywhere in the world. And for people out there who are saying, well, that's because of what happened last year, actually right now, New York has the highest rate of COVID infection. I should say the highest number of current COVID test infection rate. On Sunday, New York was number one in the nation. So over a year, basically, after the outbreak began in New York City, New York is still, as a state, the worst impacted COVID region in the world and still the worst in the United States. And some people out there are saying, well, if you don't shut down, then you're going to have the death rate go through the roof. Well, actually, New York has shut down. The death rate has still gone through the roof. And also, their unemployment rate has been awful. Florida, these are the four biggest states in the United States. Florida, 6.1% unemployment rate most recently. Texas, 7.2%. New York, 8.2%. California, all the way up at 9%. The reason why I bring this up, for a year now, the media has been peddling a false bill of goods to you that that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has in some way done an awful job of managing COVID. The reality is this: of all of the major state governors, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has done the best job of limiting the death rate, particularly when you consider how much of the population of Florida is elderly, much more so than in New York, California, or Texas, and also simultaneously keeping the economy rolling. 6.1% unemployment rate compared to California at 9%. There are major health concerns associated with high rates of unemployment. So the overall performance of any governor, if you want to study it, should have been to keep the death rate low and also keep the unemployment rate low. The big state governor that did the best job, contrary to all of the negative talk that you heard, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, based on the data, this is not opinion, this is fact-based. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, of all the big state governors, did a better job of responding to COVID than anyone. You can go read my article up at Outkick.com, breaking it down. The media failed in their reports to you about the best way to respond to COVID. The Florida model worked. The New York model completely and totally failed Go read that article.